Alright my friends, so it's time for us to go ahead and fix our error that we can see here, as well as talking about props. Now the system props, or the prop system, essentially we are going to use the props when we want to send data or information between two components, right? So if we go back to our course item, so you can see here, by the way, we can get rid of the key right here. We do not need it anymore, because this is not the first thing that will be returned. This div right here, it is not the first thing will be returned in our map. So now the first let's say the first item, or the first thing that will be returned from our array, from our courses array, that one that has to have a unique identifier here. Okay, but this one right here, it is not necessary, so we are gonna delete it. So here we are making a reference to the course here, the course here, and all this information that we want to get from our course, right? But the only component that has access to our courses array, or the information inside our array, it is the course list, right? But here we are using it inside our course item. So our problem here, let me write it down for you. The problem here is that let's say we need to use the info in the course item, right? Course item, like this. But the info exists, but the info are only exist inside our course list, right? So the info only available in the course list, let's say. So the information is only available inside the course list, okay? Because here we are importing it here inside our course list, right? So what we want to do really, it is to go ahead and send the information from the course list all the way to the course item. Okay, so we want to send the information from our course list all the way to the course item. And to do so, here when we are going to call the component, okay, what we can do, we can go ahead and send the props as an attribute. Okay, so here I'm gonna add an attribute, call it course, call it whatever you want, X, Y, Z, doesn't really matter, the name is up to you. Okay, and the value of it, of course we could have sent something like this, something is this static. Okay, we could have sent a text. Okay, and here inside our course item we can access the component, or we can access the props that we have sent using this syntax right here. So here inside your parentheses, what we want to do, we want to go ahead and type props. So props like this. So the first thing I will do, I will comment out this code right here. Okay, because we are getting an error. I just want to show you something. When I have typed props here as a parameter, if I go ahead and log it to the user, so let me just go ahead and type log, and I'm just gonna log the props. Switch back to the web browser. I'm gonna open the console. Let's see the result right here. So as you can see, we are getting 5 here log to the console, and because we have 5, we have called our course item 5 times, because we have 5 objects inside our array. That's why we are getting 5 props right here to the console. If I open one of these, we can see it has this, the thing that we have sent from our component, from our course list all the way to the course item. So we can see it has the course as a key, and the value, it is the thing that we can specify. For example, I'm just gonna call it, it's a props. Okay, if I switch back here and make a refresh, we can see, as you can see, it says it has sent an object for us with a key of course, and the value, it is the thing that I'm gonna specify. So if we take a look on our course item, I'm gonna remove it. Okay, and I'm gonna uncomment this thing right here. If you take a look here, we are using the course, right? And we are accessing all this information. So I want to send this course right here, because this is the thing that I'm going to use inside my course item. So here I'm going to remove my static text. I'm going to open set of color braces, and here I'm just going to send my course, okay, like this. So this is the course that I'm sending right here, okay. And since you have saw that the props here was an object, okay, so that's why what I can do, I can use object destructuring here immediately. I can get the course only. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, here instead of returning the entire props, I decided to use object destructuring, because we are sending the props as an object, and we have sent the props with this key right here, which is course, and here I'm using object destructuring to access it. If we switch back to the web browser, we can see our data has back to the user and we are rendered successfully. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in this video you have learned about the props and how we can really use them, okay. So we can define a key and a value for it, okay, and we can access the key and the value that we have sent using props right here inside our function as a parameter, okay. And here I have used object destructuring. If you didn't like this syntax right here, feel free to go ahead and create a variable, call it course, let's say, course like this, and set the value to be props dot course, all right, like this. And here we can get rid of this thing and add the props back. So these are the two equal syntax that we can use. Feel free to go ahead and use whatever you want. Either you can go ahead and use the object destructuring, or you can go ahead and use this way. It doesn't really matter. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you, my friends, so much for watching, and in the next video we are going to talk more about styling, and also we are going to add some extra code. So see you in the next one.